Hey everybody, welcome back. It's Mike again. I am on day 11 of the Give It 100 sweep picking challenge. And sorry for the delay, all 5 of you that may be watching this video. I thank you for sticking around, or you might be drunk one night and need a little bit of amusement. Anyway, this is for you as much as it is for me. Anyway, enough of that. So it's been difficult to find time the past couple weeks or so to keep going with this, but I'm still intending to complete the whole challenge. So anyway, I've done 10 days so far. This is day 11, and looking forward to picking back up with that. Nothing new to report other than here we are once again. I'm working on an exercise that I saw online from Michelangelo Batio, I think his name is. I never know how to pronounce it right. Anyway, basically it's just a shape that I'm playing over and over again. I'm trying to master sweep picking, or well, at least get it to where I can do something useful with it. And I know that it's kind of an advanced technique, and for where I'm at on the instrument, it's probably way beyond what I need to be working on right now. But that brings up an interesting point, because my main instrument is not guitar, it's actually saxophone. And I've also resumed taking lessons on that instrument. So one of the things that I've learned through this process, basically through this month of kind of getting back into a new year and being rededicated to practicing, is that there's a lot about even that instrument that I've been playing for 35, 36 years now, where you have to work on the basic mechanics of it and the technique of it. And this is, we all want to jump and make music. And then the more you get along and the more you listen and the more you play, the more you realize, boy, I really don't know what I'm doing. Maybe that's not a problem for you. It is for me. And multiply that by at least 2, the instruments that I try to play. So one of the things that I've tried to do is focus on this mostly as a technique exercise. And as I'm practicing this and going through this, I'm noticing all the little subtle things that make this, would make it work if I were to fix them all individually. And one of the things that I found is that my finger placement is, it's not solid, it's not sure. I have problems. When I make these recordings, it's actually a little bit dark in here, so I actually do lose sight of the high E on the way back down, and I know that a good guitar player shouldn't have to worry about that. I should be able to look at you the entire time and play this exercise completely effortlessly. There's the thickness of the pick, there's the way that I'm attacking the strings, the way I'm dragging it. There's certain things about the construction of the pattern. There's, my problem with my pinky is weak, and it also tends to reach a lot, so I'm having to do a lot of extra work. Anyway, the bottom line is there's a lot of interesting little things that are coming out of doing this exercise that not only help my guitar playing develop, such as it is, but also transfers mentally over to playing saxophone, where you have a completely different paradigm for operating the instrument. Anyway, that's enough of that. Here comes 6 minutes of me doing sweep picking with my trusty Fitbit watch. Here we go. Oh, there we go. Hey, it's all over, so you can relax again, and the world is not coming to an end. Anyway, just a few final thoughts on this. Again, like all things, practice makes perfect, so they say, but the important thing is how you practice. And obviously, if I'm just doing this for a short amount of time, I'm only going to be able to do a little bit. And that's intentional because I wanted to do the challenge so that I would force myself to be mindful, be on it as every day or as often as possible or practical for me to play just a few minutes, because it's more important to play a few minutes at a time, frequently than it is to play in the long marathon sessions that I like to do just when I have the time, on the weekend or whatever. Anyway, and also I want to say thanks if any of you actually are in all seriousness watching these videos. I appreciate that you are taking the time to do that. This is a little bit of a look inside someone who's struggling with an instrument that really wants to be good at it, and kind of shows you how, from a very, very beginner perspective, how actually difficult it is to get from there to being up on stage. And I appreciate that, if anybody's got any comments, even though I don't read them, keep them civil. We want to make things nice around here because I'm peaceful, and that's what I have to say about that. Anyway, thanks a lot for watching, and hopefully we'll see you next time on day 12.